What's going on, credit snipers? This is your boy Carlos Estrada Vega. Today I have a video that is going to change your life. Now I know that a lot of you have been asking about this, so here it goes. Now, have you ever had any type of chargeoffs, collections, repossessions, bankruptcies, and even foreclosures? Do you want to learn how to get this off your credit report? Now stay tuned, it's about to give you nuggets, guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, first of all, I appreciate that you guys are here today. My name is Carlos Estrada Vega. I am with the best credit blueprint. And guys, today I have a hell of a video, guys. I'm going to teach you how to get rid of your collections, your charge-offs, repossessions, foreclosures, and most of all, bankruptcies in your credit report. Because I know that if you have any of this in your credit report is not that good and it is affecting you a whole lot in order to get some good credit. But before we start, guys, I need you to please, if you are new on our channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure that you like and share this video. Don't forget to click on that bell icon and click on all. Why? So like that you won't miss any of the content that we're gonna be putting out daily. Now guys, what I'm going to ask you is for a big favor. I'm giving you a lot of information here, and this is for free. We want to go ahead and bring you all the information, all the knowledge that we have learned and that we're still learning. And if you have any questions, I want to make sure that I answer them all. All I ask in return is for you guys to go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up. Why? Because as I'm bringing you value, I would love to bring more value to many others. And the only way that the YouTube guys are going to help us out is if they know that you like this video. So give us a thumbs up. That's all we ask in return. And here we go, guys. All right, guys. So first of all, before we go anywhere else, let's find out, or let's define what a charge-off, collection, repossession, foreclosure, and bankruptcy is. Now, a charge-off is when you incur late payments, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and now the creditor is after you trying to get this payment. I mean, you are just late, they're charging you off, they want the money back, and when they can't anymore, then they sell that account or that debt. So the first thing that they do is at the end of the year, they write that up. Let's just say you owe $100 to X company. Let's just say Verizon. You didn't pay, you went 120 days late. At the end of the year, what they do is they sell this $100 debt to 1, 2, 3 collection company. 1, 2, 3 collection company buys this debt for pennies on the dollars. So let's just say they buy it for $10. Now that becomes a collection. At that time, they start collecting from you. That's how you get a collection in your credit report. Now, a repossession, most of the time, and pretty much all the time, is on goods, on vehicles, motorsports. Anytime that you fall behind in payments, they'll come and repossess the property. Foreclosure is when you fall behind on your loan, your home loan, or your investment property, and the bank is forced to foreclose because of lack of payment, to foreclose on that property and take the property back. Now, bankruptcy is when you file for bankruptcy in the court. So this is a judgment that goes against your credit, and you have different type of bankruptcy. We have Chapter 7, you have Chapter 11, and Chapter 13. All right, so one of the main mistakes that people make when trying to get negatives removed from the credit report is that they don't know where to start. Now, most of the time what I see is they start calling the creditors directly. Now, something that you need to understand is that unless you're giving something to the creditors, unless the creditors feel that they're gaining something, most of the time they are not going to help you. Now, we show different tactics in which you definitely got to become their friends over the phone in order to be able to actually gain your way. But before you do that, guys, one of the main things that you want to do, if you have any negative, and most of the times if you have a negative, for what we've seen with a lot of our clients is that they go back 4, 5, 6 years ago. Most of the time you end up moving, you end up changing numbers, you end up in another state. So one of the biggest things, one of the biggest strengths that we've seen in many of our clients credit report is, and you guys, you got to understand, 84% of people out there don't even know how or where to actually get the credit report and how to read a credit report. So that alone tells you that about 75% of everything that you have, or 75% of the information that the credit bureaus report, is inaccurate and obsolete. So it would behoove you to educate yourself so like that you know and you actually have that precision on what to do and how to fight and be able to have the right information that you need or you are required in your credit report in order to get the lending. Our goal is my goal is to actually help you out to get to that 800 credit club. Now, one of the main things that we see is that most of the credit reports have so many aliases, wrong names. They have wrong addresses. They have wrong phone numbers, wrong employers. So the main thing, the first thing that you need to do is you need to actually dispute this. You need to be able to speak to them. You give them a call. We also have a letter that we will actually be able to give you as part of the Best Credit Blueprint in one of our clients, in which you could send it to the credit bureaus, and they are required by law to go ahead and clean that up. The goal here is for you to have one name, no variations of it. So for example, my name is Carlos Martin Estrada Vega. When I first started learning about my own blueprint, there were so many variations of my name. Estrada Carlos, Vega Carlos, Martin Estrada, Estrada Carlos Vega. I mean, so you name it. My name is the correct sequence of Carlos Martin Estrada Vega, and I needed to make sure that that was congruent through all of my creditors and my credit report. So it took me a while. You could imagine. Now imagine some other people. So the goal here is to make sure that you have one name, one address, one phone number, and one employer. Now you need to understand that the bureaus, in order to verify your information, or verify your late payments, or verify foreclosures, repos, negatives, charge-offs, and collections, or even bankruptcies, they need multiple points. They need multiple points, guys, in order to verify that. And if they don't have that, they cannot attach this information to your credit report. So with that said, guys, anytime that you send any letters to the credit bureau, I'm gonna give you an advice. Do not ever sign any of these letters. Do not put a wet signature on that. No pens, nothing. You'll type this information and send it to them. If you want to know more how we do it, guys, get in the Best Credit Blueprint. We'll teach you from A to C, and we'll help you create your own blueprint. But at the same time, once you send these letters, make sure that they are certified. You want to send certified letters. Why? Because you want to make sure they are timestamped. The creditors have 10 days from the time that they received it in order to make sure they change any of this. And if for any disputes, they have 30 days by law in order to investigate and give you a result of the findings. Now, that is for your charge-offs and collections. Now, for your repo and foreclosures, I'm going to give you a big piece of advice. This is worth a couple of $1 million. Why? Because that's how big this is. Now, when you talk about repo and foreclosures, many times the creditor or the bank do not want to take your property. They are not in the business of real estate. They are not in the business of vehicles or motorsports or goods. They are in the business of lending. And their job is to make sure that they lend and be able to collect from that so they could pay their shareholders and they could make more money. So anytime that they have to collect something back, it's a property, a piece of good that is sitting there, not giving anything back to them. So I will advise you to become a master of negotiator. Your goal is to go here, be as nice as possible, put your tail between your legs, swallow your pride and say, I'm so sorry. Situation happened like COVID, situation happened with anything, family. Is there anything that I can do? Swallow your pride, that at the end of the day, you will end up winning. They will be happy. Most of the time you get a better deal. Now, if you are able to actually accomplish this and be able to actually negotiate some type of resolution, even for foreclosure or repossession, and be able to have that off your credit report, don't forget that they have the ability to take that off your credit report. They put it there, they also can. So don't ever take that, oh no, we can't do that, you need to talk to the credit bureau, because that is complete BS. Now, if you can do that and negotiate that, get it in writing as well. Hey, Mr. Customer Service and Mr. Customer Service, I appreciate what you guys are doing here for me today. From the bottom of my heart, my family is going to thank you. I mean, you helping us a lot. Whatever you have to say, whatever you have to do in order to get that. Now, at the same time, make sure you get it in writing. Is it possible that I can get this in writing so like that I could keep it for my records? Good, right? Most of the time, almost 100% of the time, you'll get it in writing. So it doesn't hurt. You can then use this if by any chance they don't remove it from your record. You could take that same letter along with the dispute letter that we provide you and send it to the credit bureau. And it'll take you between 15 to 30 days to get that removed. And you'll see that one late payment, one repo, one foreclosure will actually be eliminated from your credit report, and your credit score will shot up more than 100 points because of this. Now guys, let's talk about bankruptcies. Bankruptcies are a little different, guys. They are a little harder. They are public record, and they're extremely difficult to get off your credit report, but it's still possible. Let's recap. A bankruptcy is a judgment from the court that is, quote unquote, placed in your credit report. Now, a Chapter 7 stays on your record for 10 years, while a Chapter 11 or 13 stays on your record for only 7 years. All right, guys, how do we remove bankruptcies? Now, guys, first thing that you're going to do is just like what we did before, make sure that you only have one name, one address, one phone number, one job, and one employer in your credit report. Now, if that address it is attached to that bankruptcy, guys, change your address. Make sure that you only have one. You don't want to have any addresses or any information attached to a negative, meaning none of those addresses, obviously your name is your name, make sure that your name is correct, but none of those addresses, phone number, even employer needs to be attached or should be attached to any of your negatives, any charge-off, any collections, any foreclosures, any repossessions or bankruptcies. Guys, that is the first thing you need to do. Now, for bankruptcy, you need to go to the courthouse. You either call them, we know that because of COVID, there's different times, but my advice for you is to go to the courthouse. What you're going to ask them when you get over there to the courthouse is, hey, how do you guys verify a bankruptcy, and how do you guys report it to the credit bureaus? 100% of the time, what they're going to tell you is that they don't verify the information, plus they don't report to the credit bureaus. Guys, so if they don't do that, how do the credit bureaus have that information in there? Well, guess what? Third, what you're going to do is you're going to ask this clerk, hey, can I get that in writing? Can I please get that in writing? Make sure that, hey, we don't verify information with the credit bureaus, and we don't report nothing to them. Most of the time, what they do is internally. So make sure that they give you that in writing. Now, once you get this letter from the courthouse that states that the information is not verified with the credit bureaus, and they don't even report to the credit bureaus, this is a gold mine, guys. With this letter, along with the letter that we provide you that you could send to the credit bureaus that states that you will file arbitration or lawsuit against them for defamation of character, and if you demand that they don't take this off from your credit report, they could get in trouble. Remember, by law, they have 30 days to reply. Plus, you have that letter from the courthouse. Guys, you have 85% of chance to get that removed from your credit bureau. Now, guys, information and knowledge is power, but it's power only when you use it. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, guys, yes, many of you, hey, I don't want credit. Many of you have this to say and have the mentality, and I tell you why many of you have it, because I also had it. I was brought up with the same mentality of credit is bad. Credit is great, guys, if you know how to use it. There's a saying that says, money talks, but credit holds conversations. Guys, if the wealthy create wealth with debt. they're able to grab that and make more money with it. That's when you hear other people's money. They're not talking about taking somebody else's dollar. They're talking about getting that credit that the bank is giving you because X person is putting their money over there and they're backing that credit for you. And you qualify for it because you prove in your credit report that your resume states that, hey, I can hold this debt. This is why we want you to be part of the 800 club, guys. Hey, I went from 595 to an 804 today. I created my own blueprint and I want to share that blueprint with you. And let's develop your own personal blueprint, guys. Now, guys, I want to make sure that you guys listen to this. Hey, my number is going to be right here with the best credit blueprint. I have a gift for you. It's called the Remastered Secrets Lenders List. If you want to know where to go, what credit score do you need, or anytime that you're trying to see a lender, if you could qualify or not, hey guys, go there. It is free. It is our gift to you. Just go over there to the best credit blueprint. Call us if you want to get in the blueprint as well. Let us help you. Let us help you get to where you want to go. Now, if you have the right to do it yourself, we're going to give you all the tools that you need in order for you to become a credit sniper. Now, if you want to do this a lot faster, we have our preferred vendor that works with us and they could get you results in lightning time, guys. Now, if your goal is to get lending for whatever reason, home, car, or anything else that you want to start a business, we also have a one-stop shop type of service, guys. We could also get you the lending that you require or you need. Now, guys, I appreciate that you guys are here with me today. Please do not forget to like and share. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you click on that bell icon and click on all. But most of all, guys, give me the thumbs up. Like I say, I want to bring not only value to you, and I hope that you love what we brought to you today. Give us some comments. Let us know how we did. Let us know how we can do better. And let me know what other topics I could come up with. All these topics that you see is because you guys are asking for. So please give us a thumbs up so that we could actually get in front of a lot more people and we can help them out. Once again, my name is Estrada Vega with the Best Credit Blueprint, and I'll see you in the next video.